Hello friends, today we'll be discussing three major French riots in French history that have left an indelible mark on the nation's narrative. From the revolution of May 1968 protests to the violent suburb riots of 2005 and the passionate uprising of the Yellow Vest movement. These events have shaped the course of French history and ignited powerful discussions around social justice and change. So fasten your seatbelts and get ready for a gripping exploration of these pivotal movements in French history. May 1968 protests. Why and how it happened. Daniel Cohen-Bendit, a student of University of Nanterre, was dissatisfied with gender-segregated dormitories and the conservative educational system and sought greater freedom, more inclusive policies, and voice in decision making. Students' demand grew, so did their numbers and determination. This demonstration soon spread to other universities across France. The protests quickly spilled into the streets of Paris, capturing the attention of the entire nation. What started as a student movement soon gained the support of workers, intellectuals, and even artists. The street became a battleground for ideas and demands. Students clashed with the police, erected barricades, and occupied buildings. Impact. The May 1968 protests had a profound impact on French history, politics, and culture. Although the immediate demand of the protesters were not fully met, the movement left an enduring legacy. The protests sparked discussions about workers' rights, feminism, education reform, and participatory democracy. They challenged the traditional notions of authority and inspired a generation to question the established order. The May 1968 protests were a turning point in French history. They showed the power of collective action and the potential for change when people unite against injustice. The demands for the protesters may not have been completely fulfilled, but their spirit lives on, serving as a reminder to question, challenge, and strive for a better society. The 2005 suburban riots. Why and how it happened. The stage was set for the 2005 suburban riots in the disadvantaged neighborhoods of Paris. These areas, often referred to as a banlieues, were marked by high unemployment, inadequate public services, and a sense of marginalization among their predominantly immigrant population. The underlying frustrations related to systemic inequality, lack of opportunities, and discrimination served as a catalyst for the explosion of unrest. In October 2005, the riots erupted after the death of two teenagers, Zayed Bena and Fiona Traore, who were electrocuted while fleeing from the police in a suburban area. The tragic incident ignited the simmering discontent and triggered a wave of protests. Demonstrators took to the streets, expressing their anger through acts of violence, looting, and arson. Night after night, confrontation ensued, with tear gas filling the air and streets transformed into battlefields. The scene of burning cars and damaged buildings became emblematic of the deep-seated frustration felt by the residents of these marginalized communities. Impact. The impact of 2005 suburban riots was felt across France, prompting a national reckoning and calls for change. The unrest forced the French government to confront the issues of inequality and social exclusion. Subsequent policy changes focused on addressing the root causes of the riots, such as improving job opportunities, investing in education, and enhancing community development. The 2005 suburban riots exposed the stark reality of social and economic disparities in France. They served as a wake-up call, prompting the nation to reflect on challenges faced by the marginalized community and the urgent need for comprehensive reform. 17 November 2018, the Yellow Vest movement. Why and how it happened. The Yellow Vest movement was initially sparked by grassroots protests against the proposed tax fuel increase. What began as a localized demonstration quickly spread across France, uniting people from a diverse background under a common cause. The Yellow Vest movement, worn by protesters as a symbol of solidarity and visibility, became an iconic visual representation of the movement. Week after week, the protests grew in size and intensity, with participants expressing their frustrations about economic inequality, high living costs, and perceived lack of representation. Impact. The Yellow Vest movement were not only without controversy and clashes with law enforcement. Violent confrontations between protesters and the police resulted in injuries and significant damage to property. These clashes, while unfortunate, underscored the deep-rooted grievances and the sense of urgency felt by the Yellow Vest demonstrators. The Yellow Vest movement stands as a testament to the power of grassroots activism and the ability of ordinary people to mobilize for a change. By amplifying their voices and demanding economic justice, the Yellow Vest left an indelible mark on French society. That's it, guys. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with others who may benefit from it. Together, we can continue to learn and grow. Thank you for joining this remarkable exploration of French history. Stay curious, stay engaged, and keep seeking knowledge about the stories that shape our world. Until next time,